Hello, good morning students. In last period we have started lesson number 16 water. There we have studied about pollution of water and purification of water. Now today we are going to study about water purification processes at the water works. We'll see that how water is purified at waterworks in four steps. They are settling, filtration, oxygenation and chlorination. We'll see one by one. First, settling. The water from the water source is allowed to stand in large tanks. Alum is also used to help the process of settling. Now second method is filtration. Water is filtered using a filtration machine. Third one, oxygenation. Air and water are allowed to mix with the help of pumps. This causes oxygen from the air to dissolve in the water. Now fourth process is chlorination. Chlorine is mixed in the water to kill the germs in it. Children, while traveling, we often buy bottled drinking water. The bottles are available at places like bus stands and railway stations. So, read the information about the water given on the bottle and tell others about it too. The date of bottling and the period for which the bottle can be safely used is printed on the bottle. It is important to read this information when buying a bottle. Once you have opened it, the water should not be kept for very long. The empty bottle must be crushed and thrown into a garbage bin so that it cannot be reused. Now we'll study about famine. Famine means drought or flood. Water evaporates continuously, means water converts into vapor. That's why places where it does not rain for a long time experience a drought. At such places, the water level falls in rivers, wells, lakes, bunds, and dams. Some of these may even go dry. The land also dries up due to evaporation. Humans and animals suffer from scarcity of water. Scarcity means the shortage. There is no water for agriculture. This condition is called a famine. A famine is a natural disaster. Grain and fodder become scarce during a famine. Fodder means grass. You may have read about a famine in our state or country or in another part of the world. People living there have to face a lot of hardship. Animals and plants in those parts also suffer. The government temporarily moves people and animals from famine-stricken areas to safe places where they can be provided with water, food grain and fodder. Fodder camps are set up to take care of domestic animals. Study about water management. Rain brings us water again and again, but we get rain for only 4 months in a year. If rainwater is not stored, we will not have water for our daily needs after the rains. To meet the whole year's need for water, rainwater must be stopped. When it is stopped, it percolates into the soil. Percolates means seeps, absorbed into the soil. As the groundwater storage increases, trees get water. Wells too get enough water and the land can be cultivated. Several methods are used to make rainwater seep into the soil. Large dams can be built, but that may not be possible in all places. In that event, the government and the people come together to undertake several works such as building smaller reservoirs, counterbunding, stopping the water of the smaller streams by constructing bunds or bandharas, etc. You can see in the picture the continuous counter trenches. In some places, wells are dug in river beds to allow water to collect in them. Rainwater falling on roofs of houses is drained into large tanks placed beside the building. Using all such methods helps us to store as much water as possible. It is very important to use water carefully to stop rainwater from flowing away, to make it seep into the ground, or to collect it in tanks. Taking steps to ensure that rainwater will be available in the period after the rainy season is called water management. Students, you have to remember these points always. See, water is life. Use it judiciously. When substances that are harmful for living things get mixed with water, it becomes polluted. Before wastewater is let into water bodies, it is processed in many ways to prevent their pollution. Before the water is supplied to the public, the dissolved and undissolved substances in it are separated at the waterworks and the germs in it are destroyed. If it does not rain for a long time, it leads to drought and famine. Famine conditions affect humans as well as animals and plants of that region. Water management means stopping or storing water or letting it percolate into the ground to make it available even after the rainy season. I hope children You understood the lesson. So, for better understanding, read the lesson once again and do the given homework.